What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a full review over U7BUY. So these are probably one of the biggest coin sellers that I can remember, to be honest. They've been going a long time, and they have literally stood the test of time, really. And in terms of their website, if you are looking through it, there is obviously a code that you can use, JT11, and it will get you off coins. And then I believe on my second channel there is something as well for gift cards that I'll put in the description. So if we kind of look at the site where you need to navigate, are they legit? Are they just generically going to give you a good service? And U7BUY I've never really had too much of a problem with, to be honest. You have got the site in general. I would like a dark mode if I could, because this is really bright for a screen compared to a lot of the sites now that do go into dark mode, but it's probably me just not actually looking at the site too much. But in terms of what we go with then, so if you go down the drop down menu to start with, you've got obviously all of your different things that you can get with, which are also along the cross here. FC24 is predominantly where they focus their efforts, really, but we do have plenty of other games that, to be honest, because I don't play a massive amounts of different games, I play them casually more than anything, I wouldn't necessarily know the best sites for them. But when it comes to a whole brand name, U7BUY is normally one of the best. So then we look into what we can get. So we start with FIFA because it is generically my sort of expertise in games. You can go into just the drop down menu here, and we have a few different ways that you can go. So we've got coins that you can buy. You can actually buy players on here, obviously for the specific prices. They will just come the same method as obviously coins do. So coins come in these sort of prices. So for instance, if you are looking to buy them, then if we was to go to any sort of generic, we go to buy, and then it should take me through to the secured payment. If then you make sure before you do check out, go into the discount site and then go JT11, and you should then get your 6% off, which is always perfect. So that's going to give you just 6% off of whatever your orders are. Make sure you are doing that if you are going to get anything. So then just looking at the others, there are the coins, you've got the players. I believe the players should do the same. Let's have a try. Add to cart, and then, oh yeah, you got to do the platform as well, don't you? Oh, it's at the top. Okay, so say I go Xbox, then obviously you can go into the Xbox side of stuff. He is in there. Say we go buy now. I believe again, if we went with the code, it should do the same. There you go. So 6% off everything in terms of FIFA related. So other than just your generic players, your coins, that is predominantly what people do. They do offer in the coaching services. A lot of places do, and you have got the multiple choices from the different people that do offer this service. Predominantly, whenever I've kind of experienced any sort of coaching or any sort of boosting, anything like that, they tend to use the pros. Naturally, they are going to be the best to be able to do it. So they do use the highest rated of people that they can physically get. When it comes to the points, they obviously do the codes as well. Like most websites, they have the CD keys. The way it kind of works is with keys, because they are not a product, they are digitally made. Basically, if you bought them in a bunch, you tend to get them a little bit cheaper, and that's why they can sell them. So there isn't necessarily a scam with these, if you think, because naturally you just buy them off the Xbox. You can buy them, and it's the same as something like CD keys. That is a big PC kind of brand. They are literally the exact same. So that is, if ever you see points or CD keys that you think, how have they got the code if they're just Xbox? They aren't manufactured by Xbox. They get somebody else to do it as well. It is just digital products that they do it with. So then we've got, that's all of the FIFA really. The FIFA's coins, players, boosting, coaching, keys, I think that is predominantly all of the FIFA stuff. When you come up to like direct top-ups, these are going to be predominantly for something like mobile gaming. So if you are into that, there is plenty of stuff that you can go with here. They have a variety of games. It's not necessarily just football related. There is so many different things that you can go with. So if you see a game that you play, Mobile Legends, if you play any of these ones that I've never heard of, then obviously there is all of these on here. So predominantly, if you can get a top up on any sort of game, they tend to do that as well. When it comes to the gift cards, again, you can check the prices. You've got PlayStation, Xbox Live, Steam. You've then got all the way down to Roblox gift cards, PlayStation Network gift cards, and then we go a bit further down. You can see the variety of them, from subscriptions to NordVPN. You've then got some others that I don't know, antivirus software. And then I think Nintendo. To be fair, I've not really been on Nintendo too much. And even Amazon gift cards that you can go with. Then if we go a bit further down, we can see all of the other games that are necessary. So Fortnite is always going to be one that is hot on the topic. You can go get items, accounts, coaching again, boosting. You get V-Bucks cards and top-ups, as well as then being able to sell at U7BUY. So I believe it's at the top here. If you want to earn a higher income, then obviously there's zero commission fee privilege for U7BUY sellers. Absolutely. So if we went on the start selling, we'd obviously have to make the account and it would take you through being able to sell at U7BUY. Not only that, there is plenty of giveaways and stuff that they can do throughout their own campaign of marketing. Then if we go into a little bit more, say if we go for something like, if we go all game services, this is predominantly all of the major games that you can go with. So once I click it, you then be able to see everything. So this is predominantly like what a lot of sites do. They have all of the titles, but then all of the different services that they do go with. So it is in alphabetical order. Naturally, you'll have the kind of more topper games at the top there. GTA 5, Fortnite, Roblox, FIFA. And then you go a bit further down, obviously with Among Us, a Creed account. So you can even literally go, if you could think of it, you can go for it. So one that I do know in terms of, I don't know if they call it old RuneScape on here or RuneScape, you have got, might be old RuneScape by the looks of it. So let's see if we can go with that. Pretty sure you should be able to find it somewhere. And it's in the top right, just completely missed it. So if you are looking, for instance, this is an MMO sort of game, so it will have the same as World of Warcraft. You have got the multiple golds, items, accounts, coaching again, boosting. I don't know what the boosting would be. I suppose that would be more for your stats and stuff like that. But then you have got the likes of World of Warcraft as well, not just World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft. I know that's what it's called. There it is. I was going to say. And then if you obviously click on one, you should be able to then go back to the World of Warcraft homepage. Again, very much like most, it is predominantly normally the currency, the items, the accounts, the coach, and the boosting. Obviously, with games that aren't necessarily as popular, you might not find as many boosting or coaching, but it is predominantly from people that have signed in and are willing to offer you levels as well. So these people are just, they're not necessarily employed, but they have offered their services for U7BUY to be able to go into. If then you go a bit further down, you have got a bit more of the games as well that you can buy. Again, these are going to be more CD keys sort of things that you can buy for PC. And obviously, like you see, Steam, all of them predominantly will be Steam, and you will find some Xbox Ones every now and then. We can then look at the trending side of stuff, which is always nice. So you can see kind of like the offers that you get. Naturally, you've got coins, you've got items, accounts, and boosting. But if we look at something like League of Legends, huge platform on the PC with 73,000 offers that you can do. Again, you will find the same for a lot of the same stuff. And then we go a bit further down, you've got U7 blogs, you've got all of the community pages that you can go for. I have been kind of in contact with U7BUY for quite some time, and naturally they do get back relatively quickly. So if you have got any questions, any queries on them, there is multiple services that you can go with to find them and contact them. Naturally, if you look down here, you've got your contact us, you've got careers and business cooperations if you are into that side of stuff, and I believe there was something around jobs that you can go with. It's just something I haven't personally looked into, but if you are trying to get into that space, it isn't just necessarily buying coins and selling coins. You have got opportunities that they do offer as well, especially with the expanding online market. They're definitely not the worst people to go with. They are, like I said, one of the older coin sellers that you can go with, and that is kind of always a good thing whenever looking at coin sellers. If you've got somebody that's just popped up this year, maybe even a couple of months, sometimes it can be a bit hit and miss whether they do it or not. Whereas when you've got a big company like U7BUY, you know full well you're going to get the service that you offer and kind of want from them. And that's predominantly what you're going to find from them. A very kind of reliable service. Normally the prices are pretty much the cheapest that you can get naturally. And what I would suggest is if you are looking at, for instance, coins, because it's the main thing that pretty much most people want, always check the prices. They are normally up and down, depending on the time of when you're buying them. If you're buying them at the very start of FIFA, naturally they're going to be a little bit more expensive. When there's not a kind of a huge amount of coins in the game, that is when they are at their most price. Whereas if you look during Team of the Year, if you look at even footies, if you just wanted that extra little bit of coins for very minimal price, they are coming down. They don't just stay at the same price day and day and day. They do go up and down depending on the market of them. And that is something that I always like with them, that they don't just keep them at a £10, 100k. It can fluctuate as we go, as normally I think at the start of the game they're about £12 to £15. Now you got 100k for £5. Always worth the offer, and with the 6% off, make sure you use it. You can get it for even cheaper. Another thing you can do if you are searching for a company and just seeing what reliability they actually have is coming over to Trustpilot. You can look at just many review sites. You type in U7BUY here, you should be able to search for the results, and what you can find is what people have written off the site, because naturally sometimes you get skeptical. Don't get me wrong, whenever you're looking at a review site, if you're seeing a specific, like for instance you look at something like Footbin, I know it's kind of a very bad example, but if you saw something there and it's kind of they're pushing their product, they're not going to keep any reviews that are bad naturally. So if you go to a middleman, an invigilator where they go into, you can see some of the people's responses here. So obviously, as you can see, in terms of the stars, you've obviously got the reliability, the 5 stars, quite a considerable amount, and then you can kind of see some people's bad experiences. You might have something off there. You never know, but sometimes they are very picky. I've seen a lot when it comes to Amazon, and it's kind of weird stuff that it may be either a problem with the sending company rather than the actual company. But just looking through a few of them, excellent and reliable, customer service top notch. There is a reason why this sort of company is running for so long. When you look at the rest, you can even then go in ahead and go with what other companies are very similar. Amazing service, the goats of Footcoins naturally, amazing customer service. It all is gleaming. And I think the biggest thing is looking at the percentages here. Sometimes you might have people that wait too long. It might just be that they've ordered at a wrong time. It might be that they literally just have waited that little bit extra, or there might be something wrong with their coins. It's very far and few, and by the looks of just the results straight away, if you've got 32,000 Trustpilot reviews and 91% are 5-star, that would give me a very good indication. But I think in the grand scheme of things, the biggest things U7BUY have to offer is the number of sellers across the site is huge. Naturally, it is one of the biggest ones. It's why you see it pretty much everywhere, especially when it comes to FIFA FC. I feel like in general, you've always got a safe, reliable, low price, naturally one of the lowest prices. Sometimes they might be beaten at one point, but naturally they do strive to have the lowest coins on the market possible. There is an after guaranteed sale as well, and then also the convenient of payment method. You can obviously use multiple different ways to pay. I don't know why I've just clicked video games, but naturally there is many ways that you can go about this. It doesn't always just have to be one specific way. So if you find that maybe you don't necessarily have a PayPal, a Skrill account or something where a specific coin sponsor or coin company, whatever, have to pay through, these do have a vast majority of ways that you can do it. But let me know down below what you think about U7BUY. Have you ever used them before? Let me know the service, and I'll catch you all for the next ones. Peace.